Cases of COVID-19 are skyrocketing in the UK. More than 78,000 people tested positive for the virus on Wednesday. That's the highest number of daily cases recorded in Britain since the start of the pandemic. Health officials fear Wednesday's record could be a sign of things to come. In response, France is now instituting new travel restrictions from England. CBS News foreign correspondent Holly Williams has more from London.
The British Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, couldn't make his message any clearer. It's even written on his podium.
So let's keep going. Let's keep giving Omicron both barrels, and let's slow its spread and give the vaccines more time.
And people here are heeding the call, flocking to vaccination clinics, including this one, staffed by the army inside a historic cathedral. On Tuesday, the UK gave a record number of COVID vaccines. Nearly half of all adults in this country have now had their booster shot. Professor Chris Whitty, he's England's Dr. Fauci, acknowledged that hospitalisation rates are still flat, but warned that could change.
This is a really serious threat at the moment. How big a threat, there are several things we don't know, but all the things that we do know are bad.
He also told people to cut back on socialising this holiday season. Since the government here ended virtually all COVID restrictions back in July, business has been booming. There are fears that recovery could now wither. But at vaccine centres, with long lines in the biting cold, we found most people upbeat, despite the terrible warnings.
We all get a booster jab, everyone, get back to normal days, go back to work, go back to universities, travel, whatever.
We should point out that there is a wide range of predictions for how hard the Omicron variant will actually hit the UK. The worst case scenario, according to one model, is that we'll see more hospitalisations than last winter. But with greater immunity this time around, the best case scenario is that we'll see far fewer hospitalisations. Elise.
Holly Williams, thank you. Elaine Cobbe joins us now from Paris for more on this. Elaine, thank you so much for joining us. France is imposing new travel restrictions on the UK in an effort to limit the highly contagious Omicron variant from spreading across the country. What do these new travel restrictions entail?
Elise, all non-essential travel between France and the UK is banned from Saturday morning. Non-residents and travellers will have to have a compelling reason to come to France. That could be a death in the family or their airline workers. Business and tourism do not count. Everyone will have to have a negative COVID test within 24 hours of travelling, and once they arrive in France, they'll have to self-isolate for as long as 7 days. But if they get a negative COVID test within 48 hours of arrival, then they can leave self-isolation.
So are these restrictions being imposed on anyone outside of the UK?
These are the same restrictions already imposed by France on southern African nations like South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, where the Omicron variant was first discovered. And Britain is the nearest country with Omicron spreading so rapidly, and that's why the French are saying we really need to crack down in just the same way.
What do these new measures mean for people looking to come home for the holidays?
This is very tough for the expats who wanted to come home for Christmas, because last year it was already tough enough. But the French authorities remember well that last year, because they were allowed to travel at Christmas, many expats did, despite last-minute warnings. And then the Alpha variant, which was then the new worry, spread like wildfire around France as people went on their Christmas vacation, hooked up with families, had parties, and it just spread like wildfire. The same happened in Ireland with expats going from England. So they're very wary of that happening. There have been just 240 confirmed Omicron cases in France, but with a new daily record today of 65,000 new cases, doctors reckon the real figure is more like 2,000 to 3,000, but it's still far less than what's happening in the UK next door. And so they really want to try try to contain this. At the moment, France says Omicron will be taking over in January, and they'd like to wait till after the holidays.
So France is still recovering from last year's coronavirus lockdowns and restrictions, and now these new travel restrictions are being put in place just as the country's busy ski season gets underway. What could that mean for the French economy and the tourism industry in the coming months?
This is going to be a huge blow for the ski industry in particular. The British are the second largest group after the French who go skiing in France. They only account for 9%, but they take over entire hotels, even some entire resorts. They spend a lot of money in the restaurants, in the bars, and so they are a very important group that come here to ski, and without them it is going to affect a lot of places. Some hotels have said already, well, everyone coming here is British, therefore I'm effectively shut down for the entire Christmas season. And that is going to hit hard because the ski season has got underway already. The French are going, everyone has to have a COVID pass, but they were looking forward to it finally getting better. And there's snow in the mountains already because sometimes the weather doesn't like to play along. So there is a lot of concern, and if it keeps going for another while, there are also all of those New Year weekends, the Christmas weekends, people who come from London or from England for a long weekend, they hop on the Eurostar, they come over, they shop, they party, and now that's all gone.
I know you mentioned, Elaine, that France has just had 240 confirmed cases of Omicron. Definitely not the case in the UK, where that variant has quickly become the dominant strain. Do health officials there have any information to share with other countries that are seeing a surge in new cases?
Well, they are still pushing the message that booster vaccines are what is needed. And the EU also joined in that message today, saying we really, really have to roll out the boosters as the only way that we know of at this stage to try to stop the variant becoming too dangerous. Not enough is known about it yet, and we had been hoping for more information from the British authorities this weekend, but they say they won't have any significant data until between Christmas and New Year, because while there has been a study out of South Africa, the situation there is not the same. They've had a higher natural immunity because so many more people caught COVID in the early days. But much of Europe, like the US, has a great percentage of the population that never caught any form of the coronavirus. And so we're not sure exactly what the effect of Omicron will be on everybody. We will be watching, certainly from France and from continental Europe, for when the British release their data to see if we can track what will be happening across the rest of Europe and indeed in the US.
Elaine Cobbe, thank you so much for giving us a snapshot from Paris.